All right, so here's a video on defense. Some of the videos I'm going to upload, and it's going to be someone else speaking on how to do it, so you know what it looks like on another person. Because what I have to teach is it's better to see two people do it, but I can still share some with you. So what I want you to do is start off. We're going to teach you how to block. Right? And blocking, you get your fighting stance, right? And let's say somebody throws a punch to you straight to the face, or a blow comes to you with the face. What you want to do is bring your hands up and block like this. And the reason why you want to have this part up, this part right here, this part right here, this part of the forearm, because it's tough. It can take impact. If you're watching this, I want you to bring your hands up like this and bang on it. You can see that this is where you take the impact. A friend of mine, before I even started boxing, he taught me that, and I was amazed by it. So yeah, you block right here. They teach you that in boxing. So another thing is, remember, this is how you block towards the face. But let's say somebody's throwing hooks. Where in the streets, you're not going to see it like a real professional hook. They're going to be doing this, or they're going to do the overhand right, wild like this, or because people don't know how to fight, So let's say somebody throwing a hook, it's going to come at you like this. So when they coming in, what you want to do is get in your pocket stance and just bring it up, boom. Keep your hands up. But boom, this is how it should look. Just bring it up. And you want to cover up the ear, from the temple to the ear to the chin. Just bring it up. Because those are the knockout buttons. And you want to block with, lift them arm. You want to block with this. Same thing here. You want to block with this. And if you same thing how you did this, try it out. You can see it's built for impact. So when you come up, boom, you block like that. That's how you block a hook. So boom, 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 boom. All right. Now let's say somebody comes with you with something to the body. What you want to do, the same thing like this, but bring it down. Just bring it down, like that. Just bring it down. Because once your elbow just reaches your hip, right here, your hip line, you're blocking the body. Just bring it down. Boom, boom. Same thing here. Boom, boom. Real easy. Real easy. They won't hit your body, especially the kidney. Where is that, on the left side? Yeah, right here. So, this is the left side right here, the kidneys right here. You really want to protect that, because one hit right there and you're done to the kidney. All right. So that's how you block. Okay, that's how you block. The next thing I'm gonna talk about is parrying. Now parrying, this is only for jabs. If somebody's throwing hooks, don't try to parry a hook, because first of all, it's a short blow, and if somebody tries to swing at you, it's just too wild for you to even, it just won't work out right. But if somebody throwing, how because people fight like they slap box, they want to do these chicken punches. This is a chicken punch, like no power behind it. Then when people do that, what you want to do is, let's say they throw like this, right? They want to parry it. What you want to do is so you got your body stance and you just slap it out the way. Preferably the hand, or mostly the wrist. You really want to get for the wrist. But if you get the hand, it's cool. And the whole point to a parry is to derail it out the way. So if I'm punching straight and you parry it, it'll derail out of the line of attack. That's the point of a parry. So if I'm throwing a jab, right, and they derail it, Now I got this open. You know, they could parry and boom, hit and catch me. So basically a parry, just slapping it out the way, like this. But bring it back up, don't leave it down. Or don't try to go too far down. You know, just slap it or move it like that. This is why you don't want to parry a hook. You can catch a hook, but that's boxing. In a street fight, you just want to either block it or you want to step back, which is the next thing. The best form of defense is just moving. It's footwork. This is it right here, because now they can't hit you. You know, it's just stepping back, moving. Right there, you know. That's the best form. But you don't want to parry. You can't parry a hook off. Now, the final part is bobbing and weaving. So the bob and weave, right, it's in the shoulders and in the hips. So if it's really called slipping. So if somebody throws a jab, you just want to go, just slip like that. Just kind of have your shoulder point, like you having your shoulder touch your knee. Just go, whoa. And same thing here, whoa, whoa, whoa. That's what you want. With the hips too, you kind of like bring it down. That's how you slip a punch. You can also slip a punch and throw it. You know, so that's what Mike Tyson does a lot. So that's how you slip a punch. Don't worry about it. I got some videos where you can practice it, but I'm just showing you how it's done. So that's how you slip. And ducking. There's two types of ducks. There's the duck when you're going looking down like that, and there's a duck when you're going like that. So this duck right here, if you're going to duck like this, make sure you move out the way quickly, because you're looking down and you can't see, and you want to be aware of that. Now, I would suggest, in the beginning you're going to have that in you, but I would suggest you get this down pat when you're ducking like this. This is how you want to duck. If you duck like this, you could get away with it with a regular person, but when you're like this, you can't sleep. So you want to move your head up and move, move out the way. So, and I know from experience, and you can see professionals who duck under and they move, and the ones who duck like this and don't move, they get hit because they didn't see, So when you're ducking, you kind of like, it's kind of like making a U with your head, like, and bending at the knees. There's going to be videos on how to do it and how to practice it, but I'm just showing you how it's done, But yeah, those are the basics right there. And remember, when you're throwing a punch, you want to breathe. Like, you ever heard fighters go shh, shh, shh? Every time they throw a punch, that's because first, when you're throwing a punch and you're breathing like shh, 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 when you're doing all that, you're preserving energy. You're saving energy when you're doing that. First off, you're just you're not holding your breath. You're breathing and you're more relaxed. The second reason is, which is the main reason, is when you throw a punch, right, and you're not breathing, and if you get hit in the body, it's going to, all at once, it's going to come out like, ooh. So remember, breathe when you punch. All right? That's it. To be continued. Oh, I forgot one more defense move to share. I can't believe I forgot this. It's the lean back, all right? So you want to make sure your feet is in position. Let me show you how to look. Make sure your feet is shoulder width apart. You see how my feet is directed? And if I lean, somebody push me, because I got that foundation with my foot going like this. Instead of like this, lateral, where it's easy, make sure your foot is like exactly how it is, right? Slightly bended knees. And you want to do a lean back, the lean. Lean. Like this is how it should look. Lean, lean, lean. This is what you do. You see Floyd Mayweather do this all the time, where he would, you know, kind of lean in a little bit to bait in a jab, and then he'll go ahead and, he'll lean back, dodge the punches, and just come back. You know, the lean. You see a lot of dudes in the street do it too, like, because they don't know how to fight, they be like, they be like this. That's easy. If somebody do that, you fight somebody who's doing that, just wait until, just bait them in. They're going to come back in. They're going to be doing this. As soon as they come back in, you time it. You just go, BAM! You know? Because here's the secret, right? Let's say, let me see. So, look, let me see right here. Get a good view. Now you see how my hand is touching the wall, right? Now it's not. See how it's not touching the wall? This is my jab hand. Remember, this is my lead hand, right? My lead punch. You see how it's touching the wall, right? It's not touching the wall. It's not touching the wall. Let me see. Get a good view. It's not touching the wall, right? It's not touching the wall, right? Look, it's not touching the wall. You can see? I had to reach out like that. It's not touching the wall. And I'm in standard position. Now, you see how it's not, boom, I throw a jab. Even if I put it like this, I'll have to step in, to get it in. You can, which is another way, but let's say I'm doing this, right? This is what you're doing. They're going to be leaning back, right? They're going to, as soon as they do this, because they're going to lean back. You're just doing this just for them to get the lean back. So when they come back in, you're going to come with the right. Now look, remember how I said you twist and pivot? You see how, watch, this is the magic. You see how my hand is not touching the wall? Watch this. Boom! You see that? I'm touching the wall. Because they don't know. You see that?
Yeah.
Because the jab, it's not reaching. But because you're pivoting, you're reaching out, boom, they're gonna get popped. So that's how you deal with the lean back. But you gotta remember, man, this lean back.
Lean back.
For defense too.
Lean back. Hell yeah.
Bobbing and weaving.